I don't get many visitors out this way. A delivery droid, a roosting thranter, the odd sail speeder. Momentary distractions, not always unwelcome. But you, I'm actually pleased to see. It's good to know I'll only have to drink for Cipher 12 in the future. Give yourself more credit. So long as I linger, I'll remember our time fondly. To what do I owe this visitation? I'd come to miss your watchful eye. The game's so boring when played alone. If I told you that I'd got out and retired to this pristine wilderness for a well-deserved rest, would you believe me? It's closer to the truth than you think. I'm dying. Something can always be done. The question is, do I have the will and ingenuity to succeed? The alterations I've made to my genes are fraying. With each division, my cells introduce more errors. Cancer is the best I can hope for. Treating the damaged sequences using the strains I have on hand has proven fruitless. I need a stronger virus. Yes, Thorn is aptly named. The Rakghoul strain Sanus Lorik released years back is perhaps my only hope. I need you to harvest any samples you can find. Follow Thorn's broadcasts. Activate these probes in the tunnels anywhere they deploy their spike. It's all I ask. I'm sorry you have to see me in this state. I don't get many visitors out this way. A delivery droid, a roosting thranter, the odd sail speeder. Momentary distractions, not always unwelcome. But you, I'm actually pleased to see. It's good to know I'll only have to drink for Cipher 12 in the future. Don't mind my pets. They were created with a modified strain. Sterile, harmless. 48 hours after transformation, the virus can no longer reproduce. Kowakian monkey lizards originally. I find them much less obnoxious in this form. They're also remarkably good for pest control. To what do I owe this visitation? Perhaps. But we both know you haven't. If I told you that I'd got out and retired to this pristine wilderness for a well-deserved rest, would you believe me? It's closer to the truth than you think. I'm dying. Agreed, but you should know by now that selfless sacrifice holds no appeal for me. The alterations I've made to my genes are fraying. With each division, my cells introduce more errors. Cancer is the best I can hope for. Treating the damaged sequences using the strains I have on hand has proven fruitless. I need a stronger virus. It was a calculated risk. This life was becoming far too dangerous for an old man. The Rakghoul strain Sanus Lorik released years back is perhaps my only hope. I need you to harvest any samples you can find. Follow Thorn's broadcasts. Activate these probes in the tunnels anywhere they deploy their spike. It's all I ask. Thank you, Cipher. I received signals from my probes indicating a successful harvest. Excellent work as always, Cipher. Give me some time to analyze these samples. Good news, I'm confident that Lorik's work will lead to a cure. Bad news, the samples you retrieved have mutated too far from my strain. We'll have to try a different source. You might not be so motivated after hearing what I have to say next. I believe there is one place where we can still find the strain that we need. A Sarlacc. With Lorik's lab long since destroyed, it's the only place I can think of where a live sample might be found. The probes I gave you should be able to traverse a Sarlacc's digestive tract safely, provided you deploy them nearby. In the event they can't, well, more invasive action may need to be taken. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Not my first choice for sample preservation, but remarkably effective. I may have to consider Sarlaccs for discreet storage in the future. I'll have to identify the genes responsible for your hardy constitution. Let's see what you've pulled from the jaws of death. The moment of truth. I don't anticipate a volatile reaction, but a little space might do. Warm, but not unpleasant. Pulse elevated. No swelling at the injection site. That will do. Some of my cells are showing signs of restoration. The gene therapy appears to be working. I can rule out complete rejection, but in the event my healing is incomplete, I should be able to try variants until I achieve the desired result. I can already feel the strength seeping back into me. I'll be in top condition before you know it. This was a nice place to escape, but I don't think retirement suits me. Not yet. I'll join you on Odessen once I've swept the traces of this life away. Some of my cells are showing signs of restoration. The gene therapy appears to be working. It's sad that Scorpio was the only one to ever understand my interest in self-improvement.
Commander, I recently had the pleasure of making introductions with Dr. Lokin. Another worthwhile find. Well done as usual. A brilliant geneticist, boldly riding the bleeding edges of both biomedical and genetics research. And such a warm and pleasant personality. Truly a treat to work with. But Ego is insisting upon confining the good doctor to military duties. I need your help in swatting his grubby little paws away. I can understand Ego's logic, given Lokin's extensive history with Imperial intelligence. But from the moment I saw Eckert, it was painfully obvious that art was his true calling. Given Ego's upbringing, I would frankly have thought him better able to understand this sort of thing. Yes, I knew you understood these things. It is why we get along so well. Very well then. I will get back to work. I was just consulting with Lokin about the tolerance for genetic mutation in sentients. You see, a prototype cloaking generator we've been developing has a side effect of inducing genetic mutation. I was about to abandon it entirely. But Lokin's work has shown that most sentients have a surprisingly high tolerance for alteration before truly harmful mutations manifest. Quite fascinating, really. Apparently I've been overly concerned.
Commander, Ogre Rob just sent me a holo claiming you've authorized a dual assignment for Lokin, that he'll be spending half his time in the research lab. Tell me the HUD is making this up. I understand he knows a lot about genetics and whatnot, but splitting his time with research work's going to really undermine us here. Understood, Commander. It's your call to make. If there's nothing else, I'll be getting back to work.
Of course. I'll be with you in just a moment. I'm at your service, Agent. Of course, Agent. Of course, Agent. I see I'll have to leave you your space. I'm at your service, Agent. Cypher, I'm a technician. What would I possibly do? As you wish. Of course. I'll watch your back. I'll do my very best. I'll be with you in just a moment. As you wish. I have a confession to make. My qualifications as a medical doctor have lapsed. You are beginning to impress me. Indeed. You know I enjoy your company, but perhaps a bit of distance